practical tools, bold inspiration, and strategies on learning leadership, coaching, and personal and professional growth. And these are tips that are going to help you thrive in the workplace and in life, 1 minute at a time. So I'm your host, Dr. Maurine Kwende. I help leaders and organizations become leaders people want to work for through executive leadership coaching, speaking, training, consulting, L&D, strategic consulting. So I'm very excited to, uh, I want to say, I don't want to say the best episode, but I want to say a very exciting episode on this theme of gratitude and leadership. So every month we pick a theme. So the theme of this month is gratitude and leadership. And today we're going to be looking at culture. All right. So what are the ways that you can build a culture of gratitude at work? So we all know that many people believe that gratitude is a one-off, like just thank you, but really it's not, right? So we're going to talk about what it is, what are some of the benefits of having a gratitude culture, and how you can go about creating that culture within your work. All right, so I would like to welcome those who are tuning in for the first time or those who have been listening for the past 5 years. I'm very excited that you're taking the time. There's so many other podcasts you could be listening to, but you choose to be able to download the Empower Minutes and be empowered daily or every Tuesday. So thank you so much. So gratitude in leadership, right? Well, first of all, gratitude in the workplace is about expressing appreciation for your co-workers' efforts, their contributions, and value through both words and actions. And this usually involves recognizing the good in the people that you lead, look at various situations at work, and then also fostering that culture where thankfulness becomes a normal part of your daily interactions, leading to improved employee well-being, stronger relationships, higher morale, and increased productivity. I've shared before my experience working with many organizations that are so toxic. And you would also see in the area of gratitude that leaders feel that it's even a weakness to express gratitude, to show appreciation for work that you did. Isn't that crazy? Right? So as leaders who can do better, right? There's nothing wrong. Matter of fact, there's just so many benefits that we're going to talk about today, why you should consider cultivating that culture of gratitude in the workplace. All right? So with a gratitude culture, right, this is really where you're having a repeated way of working where people regularly notice specific contributions, name their impact, and reinforce shared values, right? Leader to team or peer to peer and vice versa, right? Through simple, inclusive rituals that it's just become a lifestyle within your organization, right? In the previous episodes, I talked about the 3 R's where you're taking the time to recognize the action that the employee did, reflect on the impact, right? Because they did such and such as a result, such and such, right? Reinforce the value to repeat what is being communicated, right? So we talked about that in I think the first and second episode this month, so you can go back and learn more about the 3 R's and ways that you can use that. But today we're looking more about culture, right? Focusing on how you can leverage culture, and if you're not yet having that culture within your organizations, ways that you can do that, right? But remember that having a gratitude of culture is very beneficial for your team, right? Number one, it helps with psychological safety and builds trust, right? People, they surface risk and ideas sooner once they realize that, there is this culture of gratitude, right? It also strengthens resilience. Teams bounce back faster after they have setbacks, right? Instead of just, having that low morale. Once they have that culture of gratitude, right? When people face challenges, which we know there will always be challenges, there will always be issues within teams, resilience can be strengthened when there is a culture of gratitude showing appreciation, right? Now, there's also the benefit of execution and clarity improvement, right? Well, when you're able to express those, right, or showing gratitude and appreciation for what the employee does, it is really beneficial as well in when you're wanting to execute and then also improve clarity, all right? So it also stabilizes retention. People stay when they see that they're valued. They don't quit, quietly or quite cracking, whatever expression you choose to use, people tend to stay happily once they know that they appreciate it, right? And then there's also the expansion of collaboration, right? It creates that partnership, and then also empowers people to continue to help each other, right? So now let's talk about just some 7 ways. There are many ways that you can use to create this culture of gratitude, but I'm just going to talk about 7 ways, right? First of all, you want to do some assessment to determine, well, is there even a gratitude culture or not? When you identify those gaps and you have many pointers letting you know that this is something that is much needed and has to be done or reinforced. Some ways that you can do that is even in your daily meetings, right? When you're having those huddles on your daily basis or per week, even take time to give shout outs to your employees, right, who helped you move work forward, right? You want to be able to take time and be able to acknowledge them for that. But you also have to determine, do they like to be acknowledged in public or in private, and try to respect that, because some of them might really not want any public appreciation, and so the shout out might not really work for them, right? And so another way that you want to do that is even doing simple things like just thank yous, a simple thank yous. It could include even emails, right? Sending them emails, or even write thank you cards, right? And explaining using those 3 R's, right? What they did, and then the impact as a result of the work they did, and show appreciation. Okay, and then some organizations even go to the extent of putting things on the wall, and appreciating employees on the wall, showing gratitude, keeping them in there. I shop usually at Nordstrom, and also maybe even CVS. I've seen them post on the wall like beautiful pictures, employee recognition of the month because they did XYZ, showing gratitude. Those are some ways that you can also consider that. Do you even have like your weekly or monthly newsletters? You can also share that like a story, share those stories across your organization, post them on the website, showing that you really value them, and you really encourage them to continue to do that. As people see the impact that they're doing, hopefully it's going to inspire them to even do more. Okay, so consider having those as well. Those shout outs, those one-on-one thank yous, or even email thank yous, writing a card, continue to put it up on the wall, continue to even give them rewards, right? It could be a day off, or it could be maybe a vacation day or a special day that you create. Some people even have things like a designated parking spot in the workplace, right, where you show gratitude, and they have that recognition for the whole month, just to recognize them for the work, for the work that they've been doing. Okay, so you want to also consider those ways that you can continue to do that to show the appreciation for your employees. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to ask you what are some other ways that you have been doing that. But I would like to make you understand that it should not be a one-off. It has to be done consistently, not just saying, oh, well, once a month, or when you're about to do performance reviews and all that. You want to be able to do it consistently so people can see that it's not a one-off thing, right? They can do that. They want to see that continuously within the organization. And your employees are going to come back and thank you later. So that's it for this week's episode. I would like to hear how you're practicing gratitude in your work, right? And how you're cultivating that trust culture where people are really feeling free to share that within the organization. I would say that change happens from the top, right? For to have this stick as a culture, your leadership has to model it, right? Your senior leadership have to model it, even in their emails. People have to see it, right? Once they see them taking the lead, they're going to be able to even be more inspired to continue within that approach, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to continuing on this topic same time next week. Until then, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in.